All right, Reds, gather round because this latest development could tell us everything about Manchester United's plans for the new season. As pre-season gathers pace, one of the biggest talking points isn't a new signing, it isn't a transfer saga, it's Mason Mount, and where Michael Carrick could decide to use him. According to the latest reports, Carrick is seriously considering deploying Mount in a much deeper midfield role. At first glance, it might sound like a temporary solution, but look a little closer, and it could become one of the biggest tactical changes of the summer. Why? Because United are currently short of experienced central midfielders. Injuries, departures, and uncertainty in the transfer market have left the squad lacking numbers in the heart of midfield. Carrick needs balance, he needs energy, he needs players who can press, recover possession, and move the ball quickly. That brings us to Mason Mount. When Mount arrived at Old Trafford, many supporters expected him to play as an attacking midfielder, creating chances behind the striker. But football has a habit of changing expectations. Throughout his career, Mount has shown he's far more than just a number 10. His greatest strengths have always been his relentless work rate, his intelligence off the ball, and his willingness to press opponents for 90 minutes. Those qualities make him an intriguing option in a deeper role. Imagine Mount collecting the ball from the defenders, turning under pressure and driving United forward. Imagine his energy helping to win possession high up the pitch before quickly launching attacks. It wouldn't make him a defensive midfielder in the traditional sense. He isn't a player who simply sits in front of the back four. Instead, he'd become a dynamic box-to-box midfielder, linking defense and attack while giving United the intensity Carrick wants. Of course, this experiment carries risks. The Premier League is unforgiving. Playing deeper means facing stronger tackles, tighter spaces, and greater defensive responsibility. Every misplaced pass can become a dangerous counter-attack. Every positional mistake can expose the back line. That's why pre-season will be so important. Carrick now has the perfect opportunity to test whether Mount can thrive in that role before the competitive matches begin. Training sessions and friendlies will reveal whether this is simply a short-term fix or the beginning of a new chapter in Mount's United career. It could also influence United's transfer business. If Mount adapts successfully, the club may feel less pressure to rush into signing another midfielder. But if the experiment falls short, it could strengthen the case for bringing in a specialist holding midfielder before the transfer window closes. For Mount himself, this could be the fresh start he's been waiting for. His first spell at Old Trafford was interrupted by injuries and inconsistency. He never truly had the opportunity to show why United invested so heavily in him. Now, with a new tactical role and renewed confidence, he has the chance to reinvent himself. The coming weeks may define not only Mount's future, but also the direction of Manchester United's midfield for the season ahead. One thing is certain, Carrick isn't afraid to think differently. The best managers adapt to the players they have while building toward the team they want. Could Mason Mount become the heartbeat of Manchester United's midfield? Only time will tell. But if this gamble pays off, today's training ground experiment could become tomorrow's masterstroke. So Reds, what do you think? Should Mason Mount play deeper in midfield, or should United sign a specialist defensive midfielder instead? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this update, subscribe for more Manchester United news, transfer updates and in-depth analysis. Until next time, keep the faith and come on United.